Siouxlanders got a chance to take part in a national moment of remembrance today as well. Taps played as a part of this event at Fleet Farm here in Sioux City, part of the 5th annual Taps Across America program. People with a chance to pause and remember fallen U.S. military service members. A moment of silence as well after taps at 3 o'clock, lasting 1 minute. A few members of the Iowa State Patrol today on hand to help with that event. Perhaps Sioux City's largest Memorial Day service came at Memorial Park Cemetery. Thousands of flags placed by volunteers last week, highlighting the expansive property now home to many local veterans. American Legion Post 697 again hosting the ceremony, observed by more than 100 Siouxlanders today, some with relatives buried there at the cemetery. That event honoring those who fought and served for their country, being honored today with words, songs, a 21-gun salute, as well as taps. The commander of Post 697 telling those gathered at the ceremony today is a day that can't be forgotten.
They forget that it is the one day during the year that we pay our respects to the men and women who are buried here. And it's important, if we don't remember them, if we don't remember their service, as time goes on, the further away that we forget them, the harder and harder it will be to bring them back and defend this great country.
Pierre said it is unfortunate that more people don't understand what it takes to have this country and our freedom. Memorial Day is on the minds of many Siouxlanders, of course, including here, folks in Sioux City deciding to stay at home to celebrate the holiday. Some with the unofficial start of the summer months taking a chance to get out and enjoy the summer conditions. That means for some Memorial Day away at a campsite perhaps.
For those who served, can't forget the military people. It's Memorial Day, and those that you love that passed away Memorial Day. It's when you think about them.
Communities across all 3 Siouxland states, of course, taking time to pay their respects to those who have served in our military. Or from northwest to central Iowa, earlier this morning, a Memorial Day ceremony held at the Iowa Veterans Cemetery in Adel. Folks there gathering to pay their respects, along with the governor, Kim Reynolds, in attendance. Several of those on hand speaking during the event about the ultimate sacrifice that so many veterans have made.
As we remember their legacies, may we also bear in mind that behind every name etched in granite is a son or daughter, spouse or parent, each with a unique life story. These were ordinary people who did extraordinary things.
Governor Reynolds also attended an Iowa National Guard Memorial Day ceremony. South Dakota residents taking part in this Memorial Day as well. Program held at the State Veterans Cemetery in Sioux Falls today. Hundreds gathering to pay their respects. Some of the keynote speakers included Governor Kristi Noem and Lieutenant Governor Larry Roden.
We woke up here this morning more blessed than 99% of the people in the world just because we were here in the United States of America. The freedoms that we enjoy today are paid for by the blood of the men and women who made brave sacrifices on our behalf before.
Another of today's speakers was Brooks Shield, who served in the South Dakota National Guard for more than 33 years before retiring. He honored his brother Rich, who was killed on a mission in Iraq back in 2005. At Arlington National Cemetery, President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris taking part in a wreath-laying ceremony. It was the 156th National Memorial Day observance held at the National Amphitheater at the cemetery. Biden saying that each generation must ensure the sacrifice of the country's service members is not in vain.
Because freedom has never been guaranteed. Every generation has to earn it, fight for it, defend it in battle between autocracy and democracy, between the greed of a few and the rights of many.
Earlier in the day, the president hosted a breakfast at the White House for administration officials, military leaders, veterans, and Gold Star families.